Hi again. Right, I just thought I'd bring to your attention. I've just come back from being away for most of the afternoon and flicked through charts, and we've got a couple of nice 30-minute reversals here, nice solid reversals in the day. I certainly wouldn't recommend trading like this, at least not until I've actually sort of practiced and practiced. But 5 minute trend is a 5 minute trend. Trends are trump everything in my opinion, as I've said. And we had a monster, well, I say a monster, relatively big move compared to 122 pip, the daily range. We've had a nice 30 odd pip potential profit there. And from this one, probably, well, you're never going to get this 75 pips. But, well, I say you're never going to get them, you do what you like. But for me, there were two perfectly good 8 or 9 pip opportunities there with relatively small stops. So I'll show you what they look like on the 5 minute. So normal thing, wait for the alert, put the vertical line on the new candle, just so that you know where you are when you drop down. And in this instance, you can see we had the alert on that candle there, um, and we could have considered entering based on the new candle. So on here, now this one we didn't get the a deep enough pullback to get an alert to the wrong side. So you could have traded this one, and this is sort of a work in progress really, by just putting a stop loss across the top here and taking your entry from the break of the, or you could take the break and then drop down to the 1 minute and possibly just use that for the entry. So break of the low, and it's a nice straightforward looking way to trade it. The stop there, so stop would have been about 12 to 15 pips, or maybe a couple more, 15 to 17 pips away from your entry if you include your spread. And then, as I say, you've got a clear 25 pip drop there easily. And in this instance, the trends are there as well. Here's the low, the high, the higher low, the higher high. It doesn't matter about these internals, because what you're doing is just making sure you trend through a previous level of resistance, which you have done. That's what the 30-minute alert is telling you, that some sort of resistance has been broken. And then we could either have entered this one by putting an order above there and a stop below here, and or we just take the alert. So the alert would have got us in roughly around this area, or if you'd bothered to drop down to the 1 minute, you could have saved yourself the drawdown, I'm sure. And let's have a look. Waited for the 1 minute pullback. You've got that there. Actually, no, it did. It alerted you, got you into the trade, and then gave you a bit of drawdown. So, drawdown is you have entered based on the 1 minute about the same level you would have entered on the 5 minute alert. So, entered after that candle there. So, 12421. Add a couple of pips for the stop. So probably got in at net 12423 or 4, about there. So your drawdown would have been 12404, so 20 pip drawdown, and then the price proceeds to go to Mars, or the moon as it were. So yeah, 25 pip stops on these, and you would have been fine. So the opportunities are there all the time. Don't just listen to what I say about trading 6 till 8 a.m. or 6 till 9 a.m. That's just because it suits me, and just taking the 7 pips suits me because I get so few losers. If you get an 8 7 pip winners and a couple of 20 pip losers, then you've got no real problem, and you can go 2 or 3 weeks without a loser. You might get a couple or three, or I might get a couple or three losers in a row, but it's very, very, very rare. So you've just got to devise your system. Obviously, the lower, you could go for 10, the opposite way round, because you're getting in with the trend. You could go for 60 pips and win three out of or four out of your 10. Do the calculations yourself. It's about mathematics all the time. So anyway, two other opportunities. I'm sure they're all over the other charts as well. In fact, I might make another video and have a look at another couple of charts, but we'll get this one uploaded now.